So something a little different tonight. This isn't really so much a game as almost like a map generation tool, at least that's how I'm interpreting it. It's called Islandoodle 2. I haven't seen 1 at all. But as per the dev's word, it's a building game with medieval castles. Fingers crossed it runs okay. As per usual, the web version is a little too resource intensive. So the download version is recommended, but the web version seems to be working fine for me. The controls are draw with the left mouse, rotate camera with the right mouse, move camera with the middle mouse, and the zoom camera with the mouse wheel. And then there's some example worlds. So let's have a quick look at it. So it starts you with this empty patch of water, and we have land selected on the right, and the draw control selected. This is much like a normal drawing program, and we can draw some land. And we also have the ability to draw a 3x3 block of land. So if you want to speed things up a bit, you can draw like so. We can zoom out a bit and move down. Let's give ourselves a nice sort of island. And what we can do is actually put some mountain in the middle here. So this is a geographic sort of hotspot. Spread the land out a little bit more there. And then we can stick some trees everywhere, so it's a nice forested bit of land. Oh dear, destroy the mountain. Well, let's just draw the trees everywhere. So we've got forested land right up to the coast a bit. Actually, let's give a bit of space away from the tree line, because trees don't typically draw up to water like that. I mean, I suppose if it's a lake, a little more forest over here, and we'll stick the mountainous high-rise in the middle of the forest. Alright, so that's a pretty rational, I guess, island. It's surrounded by water. Here. And then roughen up the edges a little bit there. Yeah, so we have also a volcanic hotspot, and that's the peak of the hotspot, but around the base of it, some soil and some foliage settled. That makes sense, I think, geographically. And then people arrived, and what we can do is set a boat. Through a boat, and built a road. Messed up the road a little bit there, but actually that works, because at the end of the road we can have a castle. And that is the lord of the manor has built his house, a bit of a 4x4 structure with a tower, and build some other housing here. For the pier. I don't really have a... Okay, so that actually does build quite a nice bit of, I'll say it's key. If we put a block of ship over here. Alright, that's a bit better. Key and some houses over there. And then we need food, so build out some farmland to the tree line a bit. Actually, we will there. That is our field of wheat. So up a hill a little bit. with a road leading up to it. And that is this. Again, I want to call it a tool. How did he? Oh, there we go. Alright. I saw in one of the demos that there was this structure. I was wondering how it was done. A little bit of a windmill in the middle of the food. Anyway, so yeah, if we have a look at the example worlds, this one is a lovely little sort of island. Oh, how do you make that? A bigger island with an actual moat and drawbridge and a waterfall at the side there. A much bigger town. How do we? I do like the archways. I'm assuming that's clicking a building onto the bit of road. And a nice little castle over there. I mean, that's a lovely castle. And then some examples of the various models and things, the way the procedural construction is done. It's lovely. So yeah, if you wanted to just see how this tool looks, i.e. the gameplay per se, that's about it. Leave a like if you liked the video. There's obviously going to be a link in the description for you to visit. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more itch.io games and I guess tools reviewed. Not sure where this fits. And leave a comment if you're curious about something. I'll be linking this in the devs page, so maybe the dev will see any comments you leave in my video, or otherwise just leave the comment in the dev space. I mean, on the game page in itch.io. If you want to hear some critique, first of all, I'm not fond of the controls. Like the middle mouse button to move around. Probably not ideal because I think not all mice have a middle button. I mean, most of them do and things like that, but it is a bit awkward. I would have had the moving around be the WASD or the arrow keys, because that is how most people do it. It might be nice to have some music in the tool, so you can just have that playing in the background. But like in the Sims, you have music while you're building your house and whatever. Then yeah, I mean, a little more guidance really. It was the kind of example worlds and things helped me a little bit, but a little bit of a tutorial to using the tool would have been nice. Not necessary, but it would have been nice. You have panorama mode, which will let you cruise around, hide UI if you want to take a picture or something, I guess. Cloud shadows just sort of level out the lighting, and reset world takes you back to your spot of water in the middle of nowhere. Anyway, fiddling with it. So yeah, I mean, those are the sort of the critiques that first popped into my head. That's about it really. It's an absolutely lovely little tool. I do recommend coming and fiddling with it. I'm sure you might be able to use it for tabletop RPG images or something like that, building your favorite little town. Excellent work. I'm curious to see if the developer then takes it to somewhere else. But I hope you enjoyed seeing it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.